work 9 to 5, commute an hour back, have 45 minutes of recreation time, and then go to sleep because I need to get 8 hours of sleep a night. Is this what life is? This is not what I was promised. This is not what I thought. I thought I was going to be free and having fun. So I went through a quarter life crisis a little bit before it was cool. About 20 years ago, I was stuck. I was failing out of college. We'll get into some details. I went to India. I found myself, and today I'm very happy. And what I see in the world around me is that so many young people have no idea what to do with their lives. They're living in a world where they were taught these expectations of if you do A, B, and C, you will be happy, you will be successful. But it seems like this is a huge scam. And so they end up having this crisis, this existential crisis in their early 20s or mid 20s. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they should do. They don't know how to take risks. They don't know how to make choices. And at first, I thought that this was like a minority of people, right? I thought I was the exception because 20 years ago, not everyone was doing it. But if you look at research today, quarter life crises are one of the most common experiences of young people. One study by LinkedIn actually found that 75% of people go through a quarter life crisis. And this is what I see. There is a generation of people who don't know what to do with their lives, who don't know who they are, because y'all were given a script, right? You were told, do this, go to college, get a job, find love, buy a house, get a mortgage, do all these things, and then you will be happy. And y'all did what you were supposed to do. You did everything that the older generation told you to do, but now you find yourself in your mid-20s, maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger, and 75% of y'all, and you have no idea what to do. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you want. You are watching all these fucking videos on the internet from gurus who are telling you do this, do this, do this, do this. You chase those things, and for some of y'all, it works, and for some of you, it doesn't. And that's the real tragedy of a quarter life crisis, which is that a quarter life crisis is not a bad thing. If you look at the Chinese character, the Japanese kanji for crisis, it is two pictograms put together. It is danger and opportunity. That's really what a crisis is. And what we know from the research on quarter life crises is that they are something that is a very powerful developmental tool. The problem is that navigating the quarter life crisis is not something that we know how to do. Sometimes people will ask me this question: if you could go back in time and give advice to your younger self, what would you tell yourself? And I tell them I would not tell myself a damn thing, because everything that I went through made me the person that I am today. So in my case, I had no idea what I was doing. I failed out of college, went to India, found myself. Now I'm happily married. I have a job that I love. I work really hard. My external environment and my internal environment are in sync, and I'm pretty happy today, thankfully. And that's what we see with a quarter life crisis, is that some people successfully navigate it and are so much stronger at the end. All of us are looking for solutions, but the problem is that the solutions seem to work for some people but don't work for other people. A great example of this is put yourself out there, right? So when you talk to people who have successfully found relationships or found their career and you ask them, what do I need to do? They say, you just have to put yourself out there. And then you may try to put yourself out there, but for some reason it doesn't work for you. And then you're left scratching your head. I don't know, is this like, are they different? Am I different? Why does it not work for me? Am I doing it wrong? We're struggling with all of these questions. But this is what's really cool. In the last 5 years, there's been an explosion of research on the quarter life crisis because so many people are experiencing it. And what we figured out is that there are actually 4 to 5 stages to this process, and it is textbook. I will tell you all a little bit about my life, and as we go through the stages, if y'all have been watching this channel for a while, you'll have heard me talk about each of these steps. And the problem that we run into is not that the advice doesn't work, but that we sometimes apply it out of order. That putting yourself out there only works if you do a set of things first. That's what makes it successful. Hey y'all, if you're interested in applying some of the principles that we share to actually create change in your life, check out Dr. K's Guide to Mental Health. It combines over 2 decades of my experience of both being a monk and a psychiatrist and distills all of the most important things I've learned into a choose-your-own-adventure format. So check out the link in the bio and start your journey today. So let's start with the goal. So a life structure is a developmentally achieved integration of internal structures such as values, goals, and beliefs, allied to external structures such as roles, commitments, relationships, and activities. So what are we looking for? What's the basic problem? The basic problem is that this thing in here and that thing